Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to do a little bit of an update on my book traveler's notebook, if you will. This is a traveler's notebook that is used a lot in scrapbooking right now. It's kind of a big trend, and I have one of these that I use for tracking books and series and things that I want to read, authors, all that stuff. And I haven't done an update on this for a while. I'm actually going to do it with you, so I haven't been in here for a little bit. And I'm going to do it with you. So I'm probably going to be filling some in, maybe crossing some things off, maybe asking your opinions on some things. And we're going to just go ahead and kind of do an update all together. Now for this one, I use these color pencils that I use in my bullet journal as well. These are from Fantasia Artist. They're just coloring pencils that I got at a craft store called AC Moore. And I got these a couple of years ago, so I've had these for quite a while, and they're still going strong, so I use them. But they're lovely to color with, so we're gonna fill some things in with these at some point here, and I'll kind of keep these off to the side. But so this is a little traveler's notebook I got at Michael's. They do still have some, not this kind anymore. This was like a Michael's brand, and they don't have these anymore. I actually got this one on clearance, but they do have some more like cuter, if you will, updated designs. Okay, so I have two different inserts here. So I have series to read, and then I have authors, like favorite authors. So let's start with the series. Now what I do in the beginning here is I have this list of, these are just ones that I want to try out and then decide if I want to continue. And I've already, checked off a couple of them because I did read the first book in the series and I just don't feel like continuing on. So let me see if I have any that I could maybe cross off. Okay, so Beautiful Creatures, I have decided not to read those. I actually sold them at a yard sale. I had the first two, I think, and I got rid of those, so I can cross that off. Okay, Percy Jackson, I did read the first book in that, so I'll go ahead and color that in since that is something that I completed. And I'm just gonna do this. I did create these boxes with my ruler. I just tried to make them as even as possible, so nothing fancy, just a ruler. Okay, so I did read the first Percy Jackson. I definitely plan to continue in that series. I really liked the first book. And Afterworlds I actually got rid of as well. Yeah, that's one that I sold too. So, okay, so I crossed off a couple that I just don't plan, to read, and then one that I actually did. Okay, so I'll just briefly go over which ones are in here. I won't talk too much about them, but if I'm questioning anything, I'll let you know, and you guys can give me your feedback down below. But this is all the Shadowhunters books. I definitely plan to continue with that. I can't fill in anything else because I haven't continued yet. The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I did read the first one a couple years ago. I do need to read the other two. Lux by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I plan to read that first one hopefully in August. Mistborn, definitely want to finish the other two. The Lunar Chronicles, definitely want to read those. The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simons. I do have the first one. Just haven't read it yet. End of Days by Susan E. I'm iffy about because that's an angel type of book, which is not usually my forte. I don't know if it's worth it. It is a trilogy, and I think I have all three of them on my Kindle. So if you've read the End of Days series by Susan E., which is Angel Fall, World After, End of Days, if that's worth it, let me know. If it's not worth it, let me know. The Fever series by Karen Marie Moning, I definitely want to read those. The Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, Vampire Academy and Bloodlines, maybe if I'm in the mood for some vampire stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to love it because I'm afraid it's going to be too YA for me. I do enjoy vampire books though, but I'm afraid it's going to be too juvenile. So leave me your feedback on that too, at least the Vampire Academy. Bloodlines, like whatever. But Vampire Academy, let me know what you guys think of that one. Mara Dyer, Shadow Falls by C.C. Hunter, Winners by Marie Rakowski, Book of Ivy by Amy Engel. These are all ones I'm still mildly interested in. Parasol Protectorate by Gail Carriger, Chaos Walking by Patrick Ness. The Knife of Never Letting Go was being turned into a show with Tom Holland, so I definitely want to read that one. Legend by Marie Lu, Young Elites by Marie Lu. Throne of Glass, I'm still working my way through that one. Queen of the Tearling, I did read the first one and I really liked it. I need to read the other two. Firebird by Claudia Gray and Malediction by Danielle L. Jensen. Those are ones I still want to read. Left Behind, I would like to continue in that one as well. Magicians by Lev Grossman. Sabriel by Garth Nix. Outlander by Diana Gabaldon for sure. I do want to read The Fiery Cross here soon before the next season of the show starts. Raven Cycle I'm up in arms about. I'm not sure. I think I would have to reread the first book because I listened to it and I kind of didn't get it. So, yeah, I don't know. Raven Cycle, I'm not sure if I'm interested in that anymore or not. This is The Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. I love this series. I need to get back to it actually. Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson. Definitely want to read those. Darker Shade by Victoria Schwab. Definitely want to read that. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Roach. Not sure if I'm going to read the other two or not. I did read the first one and I enjoyed it, but I don't know that I'm interested in the other two. And it's almost like it's been a while, so I'm not sure. And then The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I'm actually halfway through the first book right now, so I'll be able to check that off soon. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. The Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. And Burn the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir for sure. Clipped Wings by Helena Hunting. I'm not sure about this one. There's only two. So give me your feedback on that one. I think that's an Angel one too. So just, I don't know. Angel books, I'm not sure. Argento Vampires for sure. Want to keep going. I definitely want to, continue with that. We're all the way up here already. Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I have most of these. I don't have the last two yet. I'm waiting for paperbacks, but, I have the first four in that one. Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. Not sure about that duology or not. We'll have to see. Nearly Gone by El Casamano, maybe. Dublin Murder Squad by Tana French, definitely. And I think this one is getting adapted as well. Bloods of Gods and Royals by Eleanor Herman. I have the first two books in that one. Camoran Strike. I definitely plan to read The Cuckoo's Calling here in the next month or two. Archie and Gretchen by Chelsea Kane. I definitely want to read that one. That one follows a female serial killer. Definitely interested in that. Thunder Road by Katie McGarry. Still mildly interested. Dark Tower by Stephen King. We'll see. I haven't heard the best things about that one. Serena Legacy by Anna Banks. She's a local to me author, so I definitely want to give those a try. Those are mermaid books. That's Alex Cross by James Patterson. Farseer by Robin Hobb. Definitely want to read the other two. And I actually need to reread the first one, and I plan to do that because that is the shortest one, and it's just been at least 3 years since I've read that. So I definitely need to reread the first one, I think, and then continue on. But that's a definite yes for me. And then this is more Robin Hobb. The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson, definitely. The Neapolitan by Elena Ferrante. Definitely want to read the first one and see what I think. Magisterium by Cassandra Clare, yes. Witchlands by Susan Dennard, yes. Illuminae, yes. The Jack Daniel series by J.A. Conrad. I've actually read all of these already up until either this one or this one. I can't remember. But I haven't read the last two for sure, and I want to reread them all. This is a detective series. It's very dark, very violent. I loved it. I flew through them like just back to back to back to back at one point. And I mean, this is all before even Layla was born. So we're talking at least 8 years ago that I read these, but I want to reread them. They're really, really good. Lady Trent, possibly A Natural History of Dragons is the first one. I think I have the first three, so we'll see if I, would like those. I think I did try a chapter with the first one, and I did enjoy it, but it's definitely going to be a slow read for me. Fire Drakes by Farah Omerboy, possibly. I read the last of the Fire Drakes and actually surprisingly really enjoyed it, and I have the next one on my Kindle, so maybe I'll pick that up at some point. Land of Stories, for sure. I have the third one sitting by my nightstand right now. And Villains by V.E. Schwab. I'm actually planning to start Vengeful today as a buddy read, so that's definitely going to get crossed off. And then Nevermore by Jessica Townsend, which I read the first one, and I haven't marked that off. So let's... Oh, I read both of those. What am I talking about? I read Nevermore and Wondersmith. And then we have the title for the third one, so I'll write that in here as well. I actually probably need to look it up because I don't remember. There's an H in it. I know that. I want to say it's like Hallow Halifax or Halifax or something like that. That's the next title. She did release the title. I think it's coming out in the US in March. UK is earlier, I believe. But I do have the US covers, so that's what I'm going to be collecting. But if you like the UK covers better, and you want to, if that's what you're collecting, I think it comes out towards the end of this year, maybe September, maybe a little bit later. I can't remember exactly, but I do need to write the next one in there. Okay, so I just looked it up, and the third book is called Hollowpox, and it's called The Hunt for Morrigan Crow. So it's Hollowpx, Hollowpox. So that one will be read probably right after the release date. I'll definitely be picking that up. That's probably going to be a pre-order for me once it's available. Okay, so that's all I have for series right now. So definitely a couple that I just need your feedback for, and because I trust you guys. So let me know your thoughts down below. And I was able to update a little bit. Okay, so let's do favorite authors now. I have updated this off camera at one point. I don't remember when, but I was able to add a couple of authors in here, so I'll talk about that, I think. So Jodi Picoult, I haven't read any Jodi Picoult recently, or Christopher Moore. Liane Moriarty, I have not read any more of hers either. Jojo Moyes, nope. Colleen Hoover, I have not read any more of hers. The only ones of hers I haven't read, oh, I need to write Verity down here. Actually, I have two more I need to write in here. So Too Late is one, and Verity. So those are two books that I really want to read. And then the other ones of hers, these are very different. They're very dark, very much more adult, I guess you could say. So different from some of her, contemporary ones. But contemporary, I still need to read maybe Someday, which I have on my Kindle. Slammed, which I don't have, I don't think. So I'd need to get a hold of that one. And then I have Point of Retreat and This Girl, which are follow-ups to Slammed. I've heard, you don't necessarily need to read those, but I would like to at least read Slammed. I think that was her first book. And then Never Never, which she wrote with Tarryn Fisher, that I do have on my Kindle as well. So those are ones that I still need to read from Colleen. Let's see, Dan Brown, I have not read Origin yet. I haven't read any more Sophie Kinsella either. She's one that I'm a little bit on the fence about whether or not I want to continue reading her books or not. Just, I don't know. I kind of enjoy them, but then they're never ones that stick with me. So, okay, Gillian Flynn, I read Dark Places. So I have officially read all of Gillian Flynn's books. And I believe she's writing another one right now. We haven't had a lot of news about it, but she's talked about it on Twitter where it's kind of coming together organically for her. So that's why she's writing it. It wasn't something that felt forced or anything, which is, going to be a good sign. So definitely keeping my eye out for news on that because she writes another one. I'll be the first one in line. Okay. Rainbow Rowell, she's another one I'm not 100% sure about. I do need to read Fangirl. Fangirl may be kind of like my clincher on whether or not I stick with her or not. Sarah Pinborough, I have really enjoyed the three that I've read from her, but I haven't read any more, so can't cross anything off there. Cara McKenna, I'm planning to read Badger this month, so I can do that. And Kristen Hanna, I have not read any more from either. Karen Slaughter, nope. Chevy Stevens, nope. Claire McIntosh, nope. Petties, I have not read any more of hers either. She has another one coming out as well, and it was on my most anticipated books. Let me look up the title. The Fountains of Silence. That comes out October 1st. So I'm going to write this in here because it's definitely one I'm going to want to pick up. I really enjoy her historical fiction. Okay, so that will be read as well. I do have one more from her that I haven't read yet. Riley Sager. I did read The Last Time I Lied, so I will mark that one off. still need to read Final Girls, and I have plans to go pick up Lock Every Door with a Books A Million coupon, I think, this coming up weekend. There's a big coupon that came out that is only good for one day, so I'm planning to go and maybe get Lock Every Door, because that's kind of the one book right now, if I went into a store and bought it, that would be the one that I pick up. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, Christina Lauren. I wrote all of her books in here because I read Love in Other Words, and then I was like, everything Christina Lauren. And I did read The Honeymooners, so I will mark this one off. I just requested Twice in a Blue Moon on NetGalley, so we'll see if I get approved or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, so we'll see if I get approved for that one. But that one comes out, I believe, in October as well, and I cannot wait for that. And then I have, let's see, I have The House, I have Roomies, I have Josh and Hazel, and I have The First Beautiful Bastard on my Kindle as well. So I have a few of theirs that I need to read as well on my shelves, and I'm excited, but I want more. Like, I want all of them. Okay, Stephen King. I have not read any more Stephen King since I updated this. So I don't have anything to update on that, but I have read 4 of his novels. And Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I read Daisy Jones and the Six. So let me cross off Daisy Jones, because that one's not. And I have everything else written down here because I want to read all of her books now. I definitely want to go back and do her backlist and read everything that she's written, because I loved both of these books. They were both so good. Okay. And is that it? I think so. Yeah, that's it. And I don't have anything to add as far as authors go, I don't believe. I haven't read any other authors that I'm like, oh, I have to read everything that they have written now. I may want to do Anne Rule, because I just read The Stranger Beside Me, which I loved so much, but I need to do more research into what her books are about. I know most of them are nonfiction, so I kind of want to pick and choose which ones I'm going to read, so we'll have to see about that. I don't know if I want to read her entire book series or not, but it may be kind of like picking and choosing. But she does have one about the Green River Killer that I believe was in Washington, and they are re-releasing that one in the same kind of edition that The Stranger Beside Me just got re-released in, and I do plan to pick that up. That comes out in August. So, okay, I think that's it. That's all for this here, but just a little glimpse into it and kind of updating some stuff. So anything that I asked for feedback for, you guys just let me know down below what you think about the series and if you think I would like them, and I'll kind of make some decisions based on that. But yeah, okay, that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. Have I talked about any authors lately that I didn't include in here that maybe I'm overlooking or I'm not remembering? Let me know, and I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.